Welcome everybody here. Good evening from my side. Let's start another session. Let's start another series. We will discuss top 200 questions from SSC CGL Tier 2 for SSC CGL Tier 2, which will help us grab a lot of things for CGL Tier 2 2024. I welcome all of you here. Good evening. Let's start the session. Welcome Manish, Aditya, Jai Shri Shyam, Vaibhav, Prayakta, good evening. Wrinkle, Akash, Shweta, Harar, Mahadev. Mahadev, may Lord Mahadev help us in every section. No disturbance to anyone. No pain, nothing to anyone. God bless us. Shelly, optimistic, good evening. I'm just dropping a message that the session has started and I start this session then. All of you, all welcome from my side. Let's start the session, okay? Just sharing the link. You can also inform those who are honestly willing to study, and we start it now. Avinash, good evening, brother. Let's start this session. This is part 1. Tomorrow we will have the All India Live mock, and the very next day we will have part 2 as well, and so on. Let's start this. In between, if you feel any query, question, difficulty, objection, feel free to say. Either me or my assistant will answer you shortly. Let's start with error detection first. And all of us know in SSC we come across easy, the formula based ones, medium, a little inference, sometimes the difficult ones also. So we will have all these sections in these. Let's start. Welcome Kajal, Soumya, Pramod, Pooja, Shivani, Sandhya. Good evening. Shrishti. Namaskar. God bless you. All welcome. Rahul. No problem. Radhe Radhe. Yashwanti. Come on. The first one, typical SSC for last 2 years. What? Many firms fail because when they begin, what? They start exporting. They have not researched. Have not researched what? The target markets. That's a verb. Should be a verb in order to take an object after this. And after have, typical SSC for last 3 years, 2022, 2023, 2024 also, they give have plus any other form, and I think all of us know have takes only and only V3 after that, starting with a boundary. They have not researched have with a V3 fraction. The easiest one I think to start with. Sandeep, Ram Ram brother. Kalpana, Radhe Radhe. Akash, one another is A reciprocal pronoun which shows we should help one another. We should not fight with one another. Nothing is supposed to be here. That's the subject. Welcome, Muskan. Radhe Radhe. Isha, do not be sorry. Suma. No correct answer yet. My goodness. I am giving you 30 more seconds to think about this, but I request all of you present here to go through the sentence from the beginning once again and parse everything. Pay attention to every word and the next word coming after that. Have a look again. And I will give Vaibhav a piece of mind today. It's not P-E-A-C-E. Everybody here, you have taken so much time. Do you agree? You accept a model taking an adjective after this? Can you go ahead? Answer. Doesn't matter what the correction is going to be, but a model cannot take an adjective straight after this. I will happy when I get a job. He must sad when his father scolded him in that way. No, not passive. We have the adjective. Come on, what's happening? Diwali is around the corner, I know, but not today. At least for next couple of days, we can pay a little more attention. That's the same way, Vaibhav. There are writers and there are writers. The celebrity variety, the other variety, something which is indefinite to the author, indefinite to the author. There is another variety though. So one thing, another one, indefinite to the author. Trust me, Vaibhav, I can explain this to you. When you say other, you are so definite. On one hand, on the other hand, because that's specifically the other, the definite one. When you say another, you are not sure about this. There was a day I remember I went there. There was another day I did this and that. And there was another one and other and that way. No, Akash, but that's impossible, brother. It will depend upon the perception of the author. Models cannot take adjectives. She must happy and such. You must sad and such. Never. What takes an adjective? Just be. You must be happy now. Must be sad. Will measurable. Will be measurable. Impossible. Models taking an adjective. But we need to have a be form. Perfect. Yes. Welcome, Priya. Kajal. Avinash, it has a verb, counter, to take the object. Be will make that horrible now. Jai Jagannath. Ajay. Pramod, respect. not across the internet, everywhere, not everywhere, this answer is available. Encounter will be different. Police encountered him. Rely is Suman, to depend on something. So this is such. Come on, active, please. Sandeep. He explained that the pillars of something that humans rely on. Humans rely on this for the pillars of tribalism, for security. So we rely on this for security, and those pillars would always counter any significant culture or social change. I think you can get those synonymous. You are talking about any significant change. That may be a social change, that may be a culture change, that may be a cultural change. Any social change, cultural change, and such. Perfect, brother. Deepak, namaskar. Good evening, brother. Radhe Radhe. Ajay, welcome once again. Rely makes reliance. Yes, Yashwanti. Done. Ajay. There's a barrier among this and that. Among cannot take its pairing with the and. It's either both or between, which take and as the upcoming conjunction. So the author is putting a preposition, we'll put another preposition, a barrier between this and that. Barrier should be between, not both this and that. Perfect. Among cannot take its pairing with between, with and, that way. The third one, here the first one. Chinmay, yep. Between the two. Welcome. What has happened, Nancy? That was actually shifted, but it started on time, no objection, and I did drop a message before I started the class, no objection. Avinash, much better, but I request you to that there is another objection error in the same fraction. Have a look at that as well. Nancy, no problem. That was actually at 6. So much time we are taking today. I don't know what the audience has gone through. Don't be sorry. Credit, when used responsibly, can achieve a large number of positive things in our life, such as financing or paying. You pay for something, you don't pay off something. That's a verb actually, ing. You pay for something, Avinash. So that's a blunder. Considerable. Considerable, I'm saying. And the other thing is, you can pay for tuition fees. That's all fine. You can pay for dream hybrid. What is that? In this context, it doesn't mean, I would say, anything. Say, it should have something such, in my opinion. It should be paying for your dream car, your dream petrol car, your dream diesel car, or your dream hybrid car, or anything such, or your tuition fees and such. You'll be able to pay for this or that. That's perfect. Pay for. And the other thing, hybrid is an adjective. We should have a noun after this. Paying for your dream job, dream this or that. Anything should be there. Next. Thank you so much, Chinmay. Thank you so much for the appreciation and support. Heartily. Thank you. Chandrasen, good evening. Chinmay, I will check something that you have marked. Your behavior is this and that. So I'll check that one. If it exists, no need to change that. I will check that for sure. But I'm not able to get anything such. Hey brother, from the idiom dictionary first? No. And I'm also checking in the official Oxford and such dictionaries. No. I request you to please mark, please, from where you got that. Perfect, Pramod. Yes, of course. That's a general statement, that's a casual statement, nothing specific, and such statements are marked in present tense. As with people, some are monkeys, are lazy, some people are lazy, like those who sleep all day in the zoo, all day at home, and some were industrious. That's a general statement. Some are industrious. Some are lazy, some are hardworking. People are lazy, people are hardworking. In the same way, monkeys are lazy and monkeys are hardworking. Sure. Aditya. Chinmay. That's impressive. Sheetal, that's considerable. I also thought of it at first, but you know, verbs are the main words in a sentence. I thought of that at first, to be honest, but when I went through the whole sentence, there was a priority. Yes, of course. Thank you. The postman traveled by the cycle. Actually, it should be bicycle, to be honest, or on the cycle in something such. We don't put an article before by, like by the train, plane, or such. It goes by car, by train, by plane, shouldn't be an article. Consider this a mistake of articles. Often wading through the swamps or passed through the jungles. Often that's separated now with the help of punctuation also. Going through this or going through that. So not passed, passing through that. Verbs shall be preferred that way. So fraction B has a blunder, A has a mistake. Thank you. On foot, yep. On horseback, on how many people were on board and such. No matter what he did in his earlier years, in the ending, need not change that. In the end, it doesn't even matter. He proved to be uncommonly virtuous and wise. So in the end, nothing like in the ending. Avinash. SSC is fond of putting such errors where it starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard he tried. Keep that in mind. Enough. Yes, of course, medicines has need not go through the sentence further. Medicines have done. Welcome, Adarsh. Om Namah Shivaya. Chinmay need not put an ing. SES will be fine because INGs are the non-finite verbs. Just like if I say he dancing will not be a grammatically correct sentence. He is dancing should have been a possibility. If life existed on Mars, fine. That means you are putting about or talking about some past tense. All okay. It is likely to be in the form of, but the next statement is in present tense. So if life exists, I don't think so. Life exists on Mars. If it exists, it must be in the form of this or that or that or that. Make them equal. If life exists, it is most likely to be in the form of this or that. Welcome, brother. Trust me, Chinmay, hey dear. Putting a pause now. Radhe Radhe Vishali. Manish, that's interrogative statement. Can India make it? Or will it something? That's the interrogative tone. You have a question mark at the end. But you are impressive, hey dear. You are impressive, hey dear. Thank you so much. I'll guide the best I can. I'll be suggesting the best I can. That is all correct. If you think this is something, call this a mistake. Articles deserve that much attention. Please go through the statement completely. It's not a mistake of verbs which will be called a blunder. At least go through the sentence further. And you will come across, for sure, something horrible. Someone, welcome. Don't be sorry. No, Shweta, I haven't. No, not this time. Perfect, Chinmay. Because we have two interrogative statements. Can you go there and can you give this to him and such? Must be the answer. Come on, have a look at this. When I say yesterday, many of you were there in the session we had yesterday, okay, at 9 p.m. Remember this? The school is decided to turn it off and something such. The school is not decided by the authorities and such. The school has decided. You better know where we use active voice and where we use passive voice. Go through the sentence further. Chinmay, perfect. Can India make it to a leadership position? Fine. Come here. Or will it, India, be retained? India will be retained. By whom? Who is going to retain India? What is going to retain India? India will be retained by someone. Okay, no objection, but that should be in the sentence, by someone. Will India be retained? I cannot see any passive tone here. However, or will it retain? Okay, we are at the second position. Can we be at the top position or we will stay here? We will retain the same position. Both ways it is going to be active voice, nothing like passive. Nobody is going to retain us. Can India make it to a better position or will it retain what? The fast train going slow image it always had. Will it retain the image it always had? And that way. Passive is not required there. Dropped it. Dropped, I should say. Second one. But Chinmay, I agree to what you say. I totally agree to what you say. But if we transform that itself into a plural one, we'll have to make changes here also. And since you marked, you are a beginner, let me tell you something. We can't make, I think you know this, a couple of corrections there. Either fraction A or B or C or D. We cannot say A and C, both. Impossible. Now, it's good to retain the same. Its advantage, itself, both will be synonymous. Else, Perfect, Shweta. It'll be horrible. This class took upon itself, what did it take? It took the monopoly of this knowledge and this on itself of the same to its own advantage in that way. Response is too slow today. No objection. But yes, the correction is Sheetal, thumbs up, priestly class. Just like you say voice and you put another noun before that, if that noun has its adjective form, we use an adjective. Lovely voice. If you say love, which is a noun itself, and if you say father, mother, say brother, sister, etc. Father is a noun, love is a noun, either put the apostrophe, father's love, or say fatherly love. It exists. Don't assume like, I have never ever heard of fatherly or motherly or sisterly or brotherly. Do they exist? Yes, they do. You can check in dictionaries. Fatherly love, motherly love. So it's better to say the priestly class, the adjective form of priest. Now this class, which class? The first class, the second class, your class, my class, there'll be an adjective at the beginning. Sheetal. Can we teacherly also? Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, brother. Vaibhav, can we, what should I say, match the tone of the author, assuming he is Talit Lat? A better choice. Shweta, Sheetal. Yes, you can say I thought of this. However, we do say that, and it exists. I thought of politics exactly when I was studying this and that he had no fear of politics and such. He said that he thought of politics. Yes, think about is not wrong. Think about is not wrong, but matching the tone of the author, not this of OFF, the simple one can work. I am thinking of selling this pen or something such. The first one, for sure. Avinash, I'm sorry, brother. Thought of. Yes, you are correct. I am sorry. Honestly, you were the first one. Sure. Sorry. It's all fine, Chinmay. Would is used for politeness. Would you bring me a glass of water, please? Sir, I would like to say something, not I will like to say something. So would is all fine. Will is all fine. Depends upon the perception of the author. What would you like to have? No, Ajay, morals are the perception of the author. I can go there, I may go there, I shall go there, I will go there, I must go there, I should go there, I ought to go there, I used to go there, how dare, need, perception of the author. It has an added. Better, Ajay, best, Manish. Sheetal, Sandeep, Yashwanti. No, Avinash. This time I got your answer, but that is not correct, brother. See, I'm not saying pick the correct part, but at least this is horrible. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? While provisions on equality and non-discrimination will promote, I read that will, no objection, it's the perception of the author. Provisions on equality and non-discrimination will promote equal opportunities. No problem, equal opportunity, equal opportunities, doesn't matter. In the process, reservation at jobs, at shows a fixed location. Where's the location of jobs? Only here. Reservation in this sector, in that sector, and such. Fine. You can even say reservation of. In is a better choice, but at least reservation at is impossible. Avinash, I have read the comment again. I request everyone here with my hands folded, please do not answer before reading the whole sentence. If you do, I don't know, what do we say? अपने पैरों पर कुल्हाड़ी मारना. No problem, but that's a casual one. We'll study. No compulsion. Will promote. Would promote. I think so. Thank you, brother. It had an error, Chinmay. And for verification is a part of PYQ of SSC. You can drop the 15th one. Drop the 15th one. I will answer you precisely. I am not able to find my book in which I have the answers. Will answer precisely next day. No objection. Drop that. Can't beat around the bush. That's passive, Nancy. Negotiations are completed. Passive voice, and passive voices have object at the beginning. Manish, Aditya, that's passive. Passive voice cannot take an object after the verb. You can drop. Models taking fresh weaving after them is something that doesn't require any efforts. This will explains dead. Now you need not go through the whole sentence because verbs being the best one. This will explain the first one. Time saver. Avinash. Namaskar, brother Abhishek. If you wish to, can answer the 18th one first. If you wish to, can answer the 18th one first. If you wish to, can answer the 18th one first, and then think about the 17th one. Got it, Avinash. The same one here. Thought of. I thought of talking to him and such. Fine. Studies, a plural subject with a singular verb, shows is impossible. Studies show. Next. Quick. That's not that horrible. We have taken more time than expected. No problem. I'm not complaining. Manish, we cannot study the sentence further or read the sentence further after this point. Studies shows done. Need not go through the whole because there's a blunder at the beginning. It's nipped in the bud. Nancy and everybody, it happens. Say our father wants to do something like Virender Sehwag. I keep on saying, I keep on mentioning this name. I am a huge fan of, I will be, I was, Sehwag, Kohli, Sachin and such. Okay. His father used to say, I want to build a school for those who cannot play cricket and such. And if we have a school, I can include those students also which are good at playing cricket and such. We need not go through those physics, chemistry and such classes. His father was not able to because of money and such resources and all. Sehwag, when became famous, he has a school, SIS, Sehwag International School. Now, I'm not promoting, but putting an example. So that was the wish of his father. He completed that. Same is marked in the first one. He built the theater, the school, the college and such as a tribute to his roots. And I think all of us know the meaning of roots. What is there inside us? Just like the roots of a tree, we also have some roots. His father kept on saying, I need to build a school. I need to build a school. And that was there in his roots. He built the theater, the school, and that way. Yes, of course, that way. So a precise example I think I was able to put here. A couple more. Yes. It doesn't exist, Manish. Need not. Akash, okay? You can answer this one first and then think about that one. Answer this one first. Thank you. A better answer, Ajay. Let me check that. He built the theatre as a tribute to his roots, and the thought of it outlasting him would surely have given him the greatest joy. It also belongs to past now. You are talking about someone who did something, and that thought would surely have given him the greatest joy. Just like, say, Shah Jahan. Okay, let's have an example. Shah Jahan. He built, make it done that way. Okay, uh, the theater, the Taj Mahal, as a tribute to something you better know, and that thought of it outlasting him, it'll exist after he dies as well, and that thought would, not will, he doesn't exist now, was there in the 16th century. That way. Akash, mark your words again if not okay. Chinmay, all visible, need not say that. Need not say that. Thank you so much for mentioning that line. It's all visible. Akash, okay? Welcome, Nitish. The first thing is have cannot take an ing again. We started at this, finishing at this. Have been the first and foremost thing we should say now. And the most effective method to keep our roads safe is enforcement of rules with zero tolerance to any, I would say, depends upon the perception. You are correct, so am I. Any rule violation, I would say this should be better. Any violation of rule or any rule violation or the violation of rule. That's a blunder because violate is a verb, and after prepositions you can't have verbs. Verbs can't modify the upcoming nouns. That's horrible. Any violation of rule or any rule violation. Both ways it is going to be fine. The fraction remains the same. The third one. Okay, it's 7. All okay. Finishing it off. See you tomorrow at the same time here. 6 for the All India live mock description. We will study, say, parajumbles on the next turn then. Thank you. Let's be live by now. Welcome everybody here, and I welcome all of you from my side once again in another session. We are targeting SSC CGL Tier 2, discussing 200 questions for CGL Tier 2. But before that, I would say this is the Diwali week. Happy Diwali to you and your families from my side. Everybody here. Happy Diwali to you and your families. That's the Diwali week. I know it's not today, but tomorrow or the very next day we have this ambiguity. Have to celebrate Diwali on 31st or the 1st. Not sure about that. Some places and such. But yes, happy Diwali from my side to you and your family. We start the session now. Just dropping a message that the session has started and we go live. Welcome everybody here. We go. Okay, welcome all of you. Not many here live today. From my side, Twinkle Namaskar, Ajay, Jai Jagannath. May Lord Jagannath help us, everyone. Thank you so much. Hey brother, for the words. Aditya Deshisham, Kalpana Radhe Radhe, Shivani Muskan Radhe Radhe, Arvind, Muskan. Happy Diwali everybody here. Soumya, Yashwanti Radhe Radhe, Komesh, good evening brother. Vikas Singh Sikarwar, hello, good evening. Pramod Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe everybody. Ansh, welcome brother. Let's start the session without any delay. In case any of you feel any difficulty, query, question, can drop your doubts in the comment section. Either me or my assistant will answer you shortly. We were here. Let's head on to sentence rearrangement or say coherent paragraph. The basics of which, let me write here, are going to be the first and the foremost thing is the flow of the sentences, the flow of the passage, the tone defines the answer. That's the number one point. I won't say the first one cannot start with a pronoun. It can. If anybody is new here, don't judge me. I can show you. I have given many examples here from CGL 2020, 22, 3, 4. Every year they ask such. Although rarely, but they exist. Keywords help a lot. I'll show you in the whole session. The third point is going to be, say, time sequential approach, say chronology. The next is going to be, say, articles and determiners help a lot. A study the study. And the last one we can say yes, nouns first and pronouns then, full forms first and short forms then, and such, the acronyms and such, short and long if we talk about. The best thing is, and do not forget to read the whole sentence as per the given options. That will be feasible for you, otherwise you are susceptible to making mistakes. Welcome Radhika, Sandeep, Aarti, Soumya. Check the flow of the passage. Happy Choti Diwali. Choti. Thank you, Sandeep, for mentioning Q is the last one for sure. Q is the last one for sure. And can I say P is the first one? Introducing the topic, then defining the first keyword, defining the second keyword, and concluding the topic. This is an easy peasy one, honestly, where the first one is actually the first one, the fourth one is actually the fourth one. The first one has a couple of keywords which we can discuss. First of all, discussing one of them. The second one, done. See, we see alcohol, tobacco advertisements everywhere, TV, newspapers, street ads, etc. Of course, we see them. But we know the truth is they are harmful. Of course, we know them. One may say, starting with P and putting Q after that, all okay. We know they are harmful. But the next statement is talking about the ads. And that statement was talking about advertisements. This is also the acronym approach. Advertisements, then calling that ads. Application, calling that the app. Demonstration, calling that the demo. Perfect. There's a priority now. P should not take Q after this, should take R after this. You mentioned a couple of keywords, alcohol and tobacco. Talking about alcohol first, they create several fints to tell people that this is good for. Judge the theme, please. Judge the theme, please. We see the advertisements. They say alcohol is good. On the other hand, advertisement showing smoking tobacco as cool. Wow. Okay. Now you can put the contrast here, but they are showing that is good, they are showing that is cool, but we know the reality. They are not good or cool, they are harmful. Done. Starting with P, ending at Q, just one option. Now it may be RS, of course it will be RS because you're saying on the other hand. Had it been here, answer could have been done. Saloni, welcome. Kalpana, the first topic, on the other hand, the second topic, conclusion. Sandeep, perfect, brother. If you say, if the intention is just to consume whatever comes from the West, then it is harmful. That's a keyword here. If you're saying if you're doing this and that, then it is harmful, that means it should be good then. If we drop that condition, it should be good, but if we do this, then it is harmful. Okay, there should be another statement before that. P can't be the first one, not available either. Some of its effects of what? Q can't be the first one, drop it. At the same time, there should have been another statement, action happening at some time. We can say at the same time again, R should be the first one. So all in all, unanimously we have to start with S, which says, now grab the theme. The impact of economic reforms are mixed. Okay, don't judge grammar here. They are saying the impact of reforms are. You think it should be is. You are at a loss because this is a parajumble. This is a closed test. This is an RC. Put grammar aside. Shall be beneficial for you. Impact of reforms are mixed. Mixed, that means it may be positive, may be negative, the same way. When you say the impact, you talk about effects, that's the same. The impact of this, the effect of that, quite synonymous. Welcome, Nitesh. Good evening, brother. So here, SQ is all fine. And yes, remember you are saying this is mixed. A couple of things should be there. It is really helping. Need not go through the whole. Some of the effects are helping, but if we do this or that, then it is harmful. So that is the mixed variation now. It is positive. If we put a condition, then it is negative. All fine. Forget about R. You have the answer. Starting with S, the impact of reforms are mixed. Some of the impacts are positive. If we do this and that, then it is negative. Done. S, Q, and P. Need not think about R. S, Q, P. S, Q, P. We have. Radhe Radhe, Vipravi. Don't be sorry, ever. Welcome. Akash. Good morning. Hey dear. You must be sleeping. Now you woke up. So it's the morning time. Go and have some tea first, please. Komesh. Shweta, done and dusted. Not only the answer, but also the explanation is perfect. Let's save time. We can go ahead. If anybody has objection, can say that. Democracy in India can be a success only when the Indian women are politically awakened. And this political awakening, what can be closer than this? Perfect. And that seems to us a descriptive statement, not a democrative statement. That's a descriptive one. Democracy can be a success only when they are awakened. And this awakening cannot be isolated phenomenon and such and such. No problem. I can start with R and P. Available? Available. Don't forget to read the whole passage. Otherwise, you may be at a loss. I'm reading the whole passage just for slight confirmation. I haven't gone through the other statements till now. Let me go. R. Democracy can be a success when Indian women are politically awakened. Fine. P. Political awakening cannot be an isolated phenomenon. That means it requires some changes in social structure so that women can enjoy as important a place as man occupies. Okay. P. Then S. Additionally, they should be free. That means I think you're talking about women. Yeah. They should be free to express their opinion, to act, That means they shouldn't be isolated. They like and to assert themselves in all the departments of life better. Unfortunately, our customs, traditions conspired with her economic dependence to make her unimportant in the society. Fine. Need not think about Q, may be ambiguous, its position, perfect. Done. Shikha, grammar doesn't play its role here. I was talking about the context. See, they at least have the plural tone. The tone, I'm not saying the word, they have the plural tone. Shikha, got it? If not, you can say no. The impact of economic reforms are. The impact are. All okay, no problem. Because honestly, that's the part of the whole passage. They have said India can reflect India. Indian sportsmen, MEN. Throughout the passage, they can refer to the same stuff, Indian sportsmen, MEN. No, that's the same passage. Can use any keyword whenever they want. We are looking that as a jumbled one, as a broken one, but that's a whole passage completely. Arvind. Thank you. If not, you can drop your words. You can drop, no, you can drop your words here. Sandeep, let's start with Q&S, but no option available, brother. Nitish with SQ. Okay. Quick. Kalpana. Radhika. Thumbs up. No Pramod. No Soumya. Look for a descriptive statement which gives you not only the description, what we are going to talk about, but also a keyword which will work throughout the passage. Thank you, Akash. A very good comment from your side, defining the keywords. Ajay, thank you, brother. Everybody, you are using coalition, coalition, coalition partners in that. That has been defined here. Experience has now shown that a coalition government can run as smoothly as any single party government. A better statement, in my opinion, to start with. Experience has now shown that a coalition government can run as smoothly as a single party government. You may be further in the passage supporting this, opposing this, etc. That's the theme of the passage you have been discussing. But, since it's a coalition government, that means many, I'm not writing the name of the nation, I am writing one of the examples here that we came across during 2024 elections. Didn't we? You belong to India. You did. The only requirement to run it smoothly is that the coalition partners have to stick to a one single code of conduct. Done. I think SQ is enough to start and link. SQ available here. I won't click the answer until I read the complete sentence. I am going ahead now with the help of options. Experience has now shown that a coalition government can run as smoothly as any single party government. Fine. The only requirement to make it run smoothly is that they should have to stick to a single code of conduct. Fine. Now R. Every party has to own the responsibility for all the policies or the actions. Maybe, no objection. No partner is expected to air the views of a particular group in public. No problem. My link is better. SQ. Done and dusted. Komesh. Yep. Sometimes finding keywords or the first one may be difficult. Sometimes. Trust me, everybody here watching it live or later, all the questions have been taken from SSC itself. Shweta, impressive. I am going to face my wash. Why everybody's saying sorry and please? I don't know. Welcome. Of course, the use of words like this, or that, and no doubt these are little words, but they are emphatic. Before that, you have started the passage. Courtesy and politeness is the key to good manners. Shikha. One may have said one and one. There are two things are, I repeat, in close tests, in parajumbles, in RCs, in fillers also, that part where you can't make any changes, forget about grammar. You need to consider grammar only and only in error detection and sentence improvement. And the point in close test where you have to fill the word grammatically. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. There have been instances of bad usage of grammar, I would say. Okay, all okay. These are the key to good manners. Courtesy and politeness are the key to good manners. Okay. Next statement. Biographies of great men can also help us in learning good manners. Everybody's saying the same. All okay. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. But nobody mentioned this. How to learn good manners? You can help. You can also help in learning good manners. Isn't that the link? We must first check. I'm not pointing at you like you should change your answer. You are correct, 100%. But that is also a keyword. We can learn good manners from courtesy and politeness. Biographies of great men can also help you learn good manners. Both of them are there. Another keyword, if I say the use of words like sorry, please, thank you, beg your pardon, sir, create a healthy impact on the minds of others. Fine, no objection. And these words we can say S and R. So wherever you go, QP should be together, QP, not PQ. SR should be together, not RS. Okay. PRSQ. PR, nope. RP and SQ, nope. QP, SR. The answer, SP, nope. कोई ना. It's all okay, Shikha. Two of the strongest pillars here have marked their answers. Thank you a lot for being here. Sandeep. R is not the first one. It has a better keyword to mark that first, and it will be the second sentence then. Shikha, thank you for the description. Shweta, perfect. Nothing can be more perfect than this now. Since man is not an island entire of itself, that means you are not an island entire of yourself. That means you can't be happy in isolation. We can't be isolated and be happy. Man is a social animal, I hope you remember. Since we can't be happy in isolation, we can't be happy alone. That means we have to live our life in the company of the others, maybe the family, friends, colleagues, superiors, even total strangers in buses and lifts and such. Need not check the other options. One more keywords. If you are saying humans, you can use the plural pronoun they. And step by step, you must build your relationship. Some relation you're talking about here, company of friends and family is going to be a relation with each one to lay a secure foundation for your road to happiness. Done. I want read P now. My answer is Q. The statement with the hypothesis. Man is not an island of itself, can't be happy alone. You have to live your life in the company of the others. Our statement exactly after this. And people, humans, must build their relation S. QRS. Answer. Need not care about P. Honestly. RS also matching. There, they, people, humans, done. Kalpana, thank you, beta. Thank you. May this Diwali be the last Diwali at home without a job. May the next Diwali be there with a job. As a teacher, what can be better wishes than this? शाहजहां जैसे हाथ कटवाए थे ताजमहल बनवाने के बाद. मुझे लग रहा है इन दोनों स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट पिलर्स के भी एक आध क्वेश्चन तो रॉन्ग कर देना चाहिए. Akash, come in the evening, I'll talk to you. I'll give you the peace of my mind. Saloni, I know you are learning English somewhere else, which is not an issue, but the keywords marked by you. Yes, Radhika, Sheetal, Shikha, how can you say that? Superstition does this and that, and that's the definition of superstition. You'll be defining superstitions first, then you can talk about it later. How can we use a word without even defining? How? If I ask you, you've been talking about superstitions actually do this. Superstitions, hey, Guys, you're talking about superstition. What does it mean first? That should be the first description of no problem. Yes, Shikha, always, not now it should be. It should have been starting with P. Okay, this is a phenomenon. What is a phenomenon? All over the globe, people have superstitions. What is that superstition? Nor does the inversion, there must be a sentence before that. None of these can start. Let's go through P. Superstitions, what is that? Mean an irrational belief, notion of this or that, doesn't matter what is that. P, available in the options in just one. But I'm not saying to click the answer there in the examinations. Kindly confirm. Does it match the theme overall? If yes, we are correct. If not, we may have a barrier in between. We'll judge. PQ, they say. Superstitions mean the irrational belief, that's a descriptive statement, an irrational belief in or the notions of the significance of a particular thing, circumstance, or the like. Okay, Q. Next. This is a universal phenomenon. Superstitions, meaning this belief, that notion, and that's a universal phenomenon, cutting across caste, community, even the national boundaries. People present here. Let me look at the comments. If anybody has said anything such, nobody has. Welcome, Sheetal, Sheelam, Ridhima. Thank you for the comments also. After the session you commented. Thank you so much. Hey dear, namaskar. People out here, if that's a universal phenomenon, cutting the boundaries, that means it happens all across the globe. Am I correct? Am I correct? Saying Q and R should be together. This is a universal phenomenon, cutting across caste, communities, and national boundaries. That means it exists all over the globe, all across the globe. People have superstitions, although superstitions vary from country to country. Now that's the additional information. It exists, although it may vary. Some people believe this, some this. Need not check S. We are done. We are done. PQR. Perfect, with the link of QR. Thank you, Nitish. Definition, explanation, issues, and the conclusion. Arvind, superb. Komish, yep, because the central topic, theme of the passage will be discussed throughout the passage. We cannot say that is available in the first one. It will be available in all the options there. So can't help us determine which is the first one. Akash, thank you. That's why I say just one line. If you are so sure of the first option, don't click it. Just read the whole passage. If you are correct, you are correct. If you are wrong, you yourself can judge you are wrong with some barrier, break off tone in the passage and flow in the passage. Punch. Thank you. That's the next one. Some people have done this. You are requested to delay your answers. Those who haven't, please answer first. Some who have done this, please delay your answer. Sudhakar. Kalpana has answered. Vivek, thank you. You are talking about science. You are talking about science. Thank you. Such keywords help you a lot. Yashwanti, absolutely correct. Absolutely, along with the tone, along with the flow of the passage. Akash. Everybody, Those who have done, I'm sorry, I have taught this a couple of times before. You can check. You have marked some examples of those next statement, those compulsions. You have marked some examples of the compulsions of modern life. Can you check? Can you feel yourself? The compulsions of modern life. For example, Sandeep, this is a very good one. I have taught this a couple of times. Now, with the help of the previous passage, you have the description of superstitions, which mean an irrational belief, notion of any significance, especially the bad one of a particular thing, circumstance, or the like. For example, if somebody is sneezing, oh, don't go right now, please wait a minute, or a couple of minutes and such. Fine, okay. They vary from place to place and such, country to country. Superstitions exist throughout the world despite the advancement of science. Okay, but the advancement of science, spread of science, and education, you are carrying the same theme forward. P are available in just one. Now I will go this way. P. Superstitions exist despite scientific advances. They exist, but that means their existence should have been reduced because you're putting but, not and. But the spread of science education has certainly given rise to many people now who do not believe in superstitions. Many people who do not believe in superstitions. That means their existence, their belief has been reduced a little. Okay. The compulsions of modern life have also caused, that's the additional information apart from that sentence, some of the superstitions to reduce. Okay, both the statements talking about the same stuff, superstitions reducing or the people believing in superstitions reducing, to fade out. That means they don't exist that much strong these days. Fine. And the best link in my opinion is the compulsions of modern life. If I have a class at 6 and I'll be, for example, fined, I'll have to pay a penalty if I don't start at 6. Then if somebody is sneezing, I won't be waiting like you have sneezed, let me wait for a couple of minutes, I'll start my class then, no problem. I have my flight, my train, and if somebody sneezes, I'll wait for a couple of minutes, then I'll go. I can miss my flight, no problem. I'll go to New York tomorrow, the very next day, and something such. No. The compulsions of modern life. For example, if you have to get a flight, if you have to be punctual on your duty, you can't pay attention to such irrational beliefs or notions and such. Perfectly marked. Superstitions exist, but they have reduced. That has also reduced, for example, this or these. Answer. Aditya. Conjunction. Conjunctions help a lot. Manish. Sanju, namaskar. Good evening. No. No, Sandeep. But we have to make priorities accordingly. Today I watched your 100 error detection series. That was amazing. Literally, the questions you choose, I made many of those. Hey dear, not saying this to grab or gain sympathy, empathy and such, but I made many of those myself. It's fantastically non-finite brain warmer. Thank you so much for your words. Thank you so much for the encouragement and support. Nitish, we shouldn't say anything. People vary across the world, so it's all okay. Thank you, Nitish, for the lesson. Thank you. Come on, Nancy. If somebody sneezes once, that's a bad sign. If somebody sneezes twice, that's a good sign. We can leave now. Perfect. It's once again a superstition. Okay, all of you starting with R, and that is available in just one. All these can't be the first one. These can't be the first one. These can't be the first one. R. The life and times of 2 generations starting in just one. Let me check. Is the answer? Of course it is. Yes, it helps. You can't have such keywords at the first. At first, all these people, which people are you referring to? These changes, which changes are you talking about? Say, these influences, which influences are you referring to? But in the examinations, when we don't have time, we can click and go ahead because of the lack of time. When you have time, make sure you go through the whole passage. I keep on saying that. Let's go through the passage. R first. The life and times of two generations cannot be identical or even similar. Thanks to modern research, progress, faster, easier communications, and even distasteful things like inflation and population explosion. Okay, the next one is P. All these, many things, modern research, progress in science, faster communications, distasteful things like inflation, population explosion, ensure that the world we live in the modern one, grows a new skin every few years. Because of the changes, I think he's referring to a new skin every few years. No objection. No objection. These changes, we grow a new skin, that means we change, and you can now refer to the change. These changes in due course affect our thinking. These changes affect our thinking, influence on attitudes, expectations, patterns, and values. And these influences do, of course, work on humankind, but they have the greatest impact. No problem, no objection such. Thank you, Ajay. Thank you so much, brother. The influence, these influences. Yes. Ajay, I will, brother. I will. Play it by ear is actually you heard something, it happens on a daily basis today, these days. You heard something just by your ears, you're not sure about the authenticity, and you just believe, I heard it somewhere, that it happens. I read this on WhatsApp, it happens. Come on, at least have some piece of evidence. You are just playing it by ear. Check the authenticity. That way. And bear the palm, I will check the etymology and will tell you. Let me check. Why are the first one? Bear the palm, huh? Anshraj, perfectly defined. Just one line is enough. Brother, Ajay. Palm leaves were formerly used as symbols of victory. Done and dusted. So if you bear the palm, you win. You have that symbol of victory. Palm leaves were formerly used as the symbol of victory. Okay, a certain moral code of conduct is necessary to ensure society doesn't fall prey of this or that. Society's concerns are our concerns. It looks to me totally descriptive. I can start with Q, but it's not the answer. See, a complete descriptive statement, completely descriptive. Society's concerns are our concerns, like anything capable of causing a harmful impact on it in the short term or in course of time is ultimately bound to affect us and our children in the long time. A completely descriptive statement, but you're still talking about society and society and society. It's a concern to help the society by safeguarding it from unwanted people, things, and ensuring its well-being that is at the root of social morality and such. It is also a descriptive one. This is a descriptive one. That's also a descriptive one. A certain code of conduct is necessary to ensure that the society doesn't fall prey to degeneration of values, which would lead to a rampant suffering and chaos ultimately and such. Everything is descriptive here, but The same stuff. People are saying superstitions show this, superstitions show this, superstitions. Hey, what is a superstition? Will you define first? Same here. So society this, society that, society this. When we talk about society, social morality, what comes into play is the ability to feel for the well-being of the society. A descriptive statement. Starting with R, available in 1, we'll go through, is that the answer? That is the answer, and that should be. When we talk about pollution, now somebody can say air pollution, water pollution, environmental pollution, noise pollution and such. Let me talk about pollution first. Can use them. Let me go through this for just slight confirmation, starting with R. When we talk about social morality of any kind, what comes into existence is to feel for the well-being of the society. Fine. P. A certain code of conduct is ultimately necessary to ensure that the society doesn't fall prey. Well-being is marked, in the other words, society doesn't fall prey to negative values. That means we should work for the well-being of the society, not bad. S. It's a concern to help the society by safeguarding it. And at least another statement is talking about concerns and such. Yeah, perfect. Aditya. Muskan. Morality and the moral code. Yashwanti. Shweta. Love and respect from my side too. Hate you. Manish Kumar. Thank you, brother. Yes, Shweta. This is the same stuff again. We had a couple of questions ago. I forgot that. It had two. Yep. The tobacco and the alcohol ads. Remember the tobacco and the alcohol one. We may see advertisements all across on TV, newspapers, and this and that of tobacco and alcohol. Talking about this, talking about that, maybe concluding over there. We have a statement discussing or mentioning a couple of keywords. The advocates, the ones who support, and the abolitionists, the ones who wish to abolish, to remove that, who support, who oppose what? Capital punishment, have their own arguments in support of their stand. What they say, why they support the existence, it should be, and their statements why it should be abolished, removed, and such. Okay, R is a descriptive statement. Fortunately, we haven't just one option, but I won't click. I will not click. If you do, you may have 2 statements wrong out of 8. You may have 3 wrong out of 8 just by looking at the first one. Is that matches the theme of the passage? Let's confirm. R, the first one. They have their own arguments in the support of their own stand. What they say, they are willing to justify that. B, those who say this capital punishment, that means death, should be the punishment in some cases, they agree it is to be in special cases alone the most heinous and gravest of all the crimes. Fine. The most prominent argument, they argue this way, the most prominent one is put forth by them as the death penalty, that is of deterrence. Okay, they feel it is only fear. Nah, no other statement is talking about anything else. If I can copy this and put it here, deter, it'll deter the criminal and reduce the occurrence of heinous crimes and all. No objection. No direct link in the other options. They haven't talked about abolitionists here, but all fine. Starting with R, putting the theme of the passage first and then going ahead. Just one option. Those who have done this, please delay your answer, please. The punishment, Yashwanti. Yep, death punishment, they say. A couple more to finish. Akash, if I be honest, I'm not sure which will come first and which will come next in the previous one. That's why the one who has designed the paper, I keep on saying, they are quite literate, not illiterate. He has cleverly designed the options because for sure it'll be the first one, not for sure which will be the next one. So just elimination will work. We don't have the whole passage. We do not have the whole passage. So can't define the exact position of the statements. Honestly, honestly. Shikha. Once upon a time, people used to look forward to the lazy evenings because in the daytime we didn't have access on Doordarshan. I think you guys have gone through that era. You may not have. I have been through where we just have DD1, Doordarshan on TV, no other channel like Star Plus and all. Didn't have access to those, no OTTs and such back in 2002, 3, 4, 5 when you were born. And people had a simple choice of programs on Doordarshan. That's why they looked forward to the evenings. In the evening, we will have a movie, can watch a movie. Not in the meantime, daytime, the morning, or night. And it's since there is a simple choice, you don't like that, don't eat that. It was up to you, to them, those people, to watch them or not to watch them. But today, we have stormed the media world with cable TV, satellite television, etc. So S should be the ending one. Oh, unfortunately in three of them. And P, Q, R, once upon a time in Mumbai, the starting one. P, the first one, here, done. No Netflix, no Telegram. Anish, respect. The black and white TV. Well, with no cable connection, just DD1 or sometimes DD News. Ah, options are no. Shweta. Perfect, Yashwanti. Yes, of course. The last but not the least today. He wanted who, which encouraged him who, If available, I'll look, but I won't click the answer like noun as the first one and go ahead. I will go through the whole theme. Before going, he, who? Siddhartha was greatly touched as he saw an old man, a sick man, and a dead body. Oh, some negativity here. And he, after looking at them, observing them, wanted to do something to deliver the humanity from all such problems, old, sick, and such. He thought about this for a long time. Fine. Q and P at the beginning available in one. Now, you can't say S. Before going, he is going where? First define, he is going to some place, and then you can say before going there and such. Another statement should be there. At last, on hearing some words from the mouth of a hermit, which encouraged him to renounce the world, he decided to leave the palace and go somewhere. Forest. Before going, that is also connected. R and S. QPRS, the only option out there. We'll resume this on Monday. Okay, welcome everybody here once again in another session that should resume the preparation that we all were having. And I'm just dropping a message that the session has started. Request you to be live and attentive and vigilant and such. Let's go ahead. Just dropping a message that the session has started. I welcome all of you here. Hope you had a very happy Diwali week. Not only the festival, but also the week. And that was good. We had a Sunday in between. But now, go back to the lab again. Let's get down to business. Welcome everybody here. Vaibhav, Unnati, Jamaiki, Nancy, Akash, Pramod, Kajal, of course, Sheetal, Lovely, Sandhya, Wrinkle, Adarsh, Om Namah Shivaya, Shrishti, Rahul, God bless you brother, Gunjan and everybody here. Let's go ahead. Straight. In case you feel any difficulty, query, question, can drop your doubts in the comment section. Either me or my assistant will answer you shortly. Let's go ahead. We've been discussing parajumbles, sentence rearrangements, or say coherent paragraph, and here we resume again. Amrita, welcome, good evening. Shelly, Yagesh, Priya, Ajay. Yes, Adarsh. Kamal, Kajal. No problem. It's all okay. Good morning. Okay, you have said Guruji. Respect. Hey dear. To you too. Ajay. Radhe Radhe. Yashwanti. Hello. Ragini. Jai Shri Shyam. Hey dear. All well, and thank you so much to you too. Yes, we can say that. The main manifestations of violence in recent times have been this, and that. Fine. In the modern world, in the recent times, we can say they are the same. Violence has taken many forms, and the main forms are going to be this and that, each signifying the evil side of man and the design to destroy the principle of equity, justice, and truth and such. A descriptive statement. Another related activity can never be the first statement, so nothing starting with R. A new dimension has been added to violence, so can't be the first one either. We have P, the main manifestations of violence have been this and that. Those are the types of violence. But in this statement, Q particularly, you are saying modern world, in this modern world, violence has taken many forms. And those forms may be, say, extremism, terrorism, assassination. Perfect. Q and P and done. need not check the other ones. Now you can say another dimension, a new dimension later. Done. QPSR. Unnati, perfect. Radhe Radhe, Muskan, good evening. Others, no problem. No. Unnati. P cannot be the first one. Unnati, Q says pollution. Okay. P says air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. But that can be defined after defining or talking about pollution first. Radhe Radhe, Ayushi. Vaibhav. Manjula, good evening. Krishna and the avatars of Krishna. Wow. Sure, sure. Unnati. Sandeep Ram Ram, brother. Okay, Amrita stating RQ should be the pair. Okay, can I say this way? Welcome a note that in this statement you're talking about phonological skills. I don't know what they are. In this statement you're talking about the phonological skills, children with poor skills, children with good skills. Fine, but what that is, where does it come from? Okay, we may have some statement defining that further. Are the first one, as marked by all of you unanimously. Studies of the factors governing reading development in young children, of course young children with this or that, have achieved a remarkable degree of consensus. A remarkable degree of consensus over the past 2 decades. And this consensus defines the role of phonological skills in their reading process. Fine, perfect. R and Q have done this. Now I got the keyword of phonological skills. Now you can say either P, S, or you can say SP. Doesn't matter. RQ at the beginning. RQ at the beginning with SP or PS doesn't matter. No, Ajay. So okay, you can mark. No, 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 no. Actually, phone is related to sound. Remember, homophones with the same sound, then, there, and such. Phonetic symbols or phonetics, if we say, define the sound of a word. For example, if we say C and the pronunciation goes S with this E at the end. C. This is the phonetic representation of the word C and such. Har Har Mahadev, Pradeep. Welcome, brother. Thank you so much. Yeshi. Uh, we have many options available here. Some are, say, saying RSQP, some with RPSQ, some with RSQP. Jai Jagannath. Ajay, welcome, brother. You be unanimous first, and I'll be happily answering that. Okay, then all of you starting with R, that's for sure. In due course of time, in time, our institutions have become, say, stagnant, corrupt, inefficient due to this permit Raj and centralized control. And now you're talking about control. Because of that, they have become corrupt. I think you want to make them free. I hope so. Then, since they have become under control, permit Raj and such, then liberalization process becomes inevitable. RP is all fine. P cannot be at the end. Somebody said that, I think. P cannot be at the end, if I say. Up to you now. But Shikha, SQ is available in both the sentences. Can I say P cannot be the ending statement that way? Let's go through this one, grabbing the theme or the flow of the parajumble. Say R. In due course of time, that's the problem of which you can mark the solution. That's the problem. In due course of time, our institutions have become constant, corrupt, and inefficient due to some centralized control. Now, this process needs to be applied, executed. Liberalization. Let them free. Make them free in that way. What is that? Liberalization. It actually enhances economic activities. It encourages initiative, entrepreneurship, and competition, which is very vital for the growth of the economy. Fine. Liberalization, this process, that process, in that way. So RP is all fine, S is all fine, Q is all fine. Answer. Welcome, Pragta and Nitish. Good evening. P cannot be the ending statement. Just one option out there. The answer. If you have been under control, Sandeep, now I need to make you free, for which I need this process. Done. Don't be sorry. But that was easy. Romix. Thank you. Aditya. Webhov, as always impressive. Meditation is something you all know. Meditation is something we all know. But this meditation, what is that? Stabilizing meditation is marked as one of the hardest techniques of meditation because you must keep your mind under control for a long period of time. Okay. Q is completely a descriptive statement, but a couple of options starting with Q, no objection. Now, this consists of maintaining full attention to their role, object, focus. Maybe QS. The benefits of this meditation, according to the followers, is that they can experience full understanding of their thoughts and ideas, can be that also. QP and QP. As a result, they are more able to live in harmony with themselves and with the world that surrounds them better, no objection. Then S, no. Can I say P and S cannot be together? Can I say P and then S cannot be together, which is marked over here, P and S. If you say this meditation is marked the one of the hardest ones of all time, and as a result, they are more likely, probably the followers are likely to live in harmony, that's the solution. That's the concluding statement. After which we cannot say this consists of maintaining full attention to the role object focus, because that is defining meditation. After the followers have got harmony and such, we cannot say that. So no, sorry, just one option out there. Now, this is marked one of the hardest techniques of meditation because you have to do this for a long time. It is maintaining full attention. You must keep your mind under control. That means you must have full attention to the role object focus. The benefits of this meditation is that they experience full understanding, and because of which you can say you are more now able to live in harmony with themselves and with the world that surrounds them. P is the ending statement also. All in all, the first one is the answer. A couple more to finish this. Welcome, Ankita. Cracked up better. Full control, full attention, both ways the same. Q and S. Yashwanti, their thoughts and they are better. Muskan, better. New generation, young people. Perfect. Three statements are talking about the old people and their opinions. Just one statement is talking about the young people. No other statement after that. Young people, on the other hand, think this and that and that and that and such. Q at the end, available in both these. P cannot be the first one. They feel, who feel, and such way. Now, picking this particular one. See, the people belonging to the older generation always wonder what has gone wrong with the new generation. Next statement. They feel this, they feel that, all okay. Young people, on the other hand, feel that something such should happen. Just starting with R, the fixed one, no objection. You can say P and S, you can say S and P, doesn't matter. Q should be the ending statement. R and Q, P, S, S, P doesn't matter. Answer. There was another keyword of respect, if I'm not wrong. What has gone with this? They have had a lot of respect for the elders, and this lack of respect you can mark here. So P and S should be a better choice, and P and S is a better choice here. They feel during their time, the older ones, young boys and girls were better behaved, more obedient, and had greater respect for the elders. And now this, they feel, lack of respect for the old will destroy them. So lack of respect also there. Shubham, most welcome, brother. Sandeep. options quite close if I say yes, Unnati, Soumya, Shelly, Sheetal, and all of you here. Options are quite easy, otherwise would have been a close call. Okay. The first hydro generating unit in India was commissioned in Darjeeling, West Bengal in 1897. Okay. Chronologically, also the first statement, and that should be the ending statement because this is now in present tense. All these in past tense. The first one was commissioned in 1897. Many projects were taken up for execution after independence. However, with the rapid increase in demand for power, priority was given to this or that or that. Now, almost 30 new projects are under execution with an installed capacity of megawatt. Now, R, now, and such. So I would start with S. We'll discuss this now, RQ or QR, and we'll end at P then. Any statement? Just one statement starting with R and then P at the end. Last. Hello, KP. Farmers are not able to pay their loans and banks were closed. Can you help them having a policy? An FD or some RD? Yashwanti, perfect. Vaibhav, perfect. Yes, a better choice to say America, the country. Shikha. I don't know what this SSA is. Please help me. Don't know honestly. Honestly. The Great Depression in America began with the overproduction and low prices in the agriculture sector. If you're talking about the agriculture sector, you can say farmers and all and all and all. And that country was well advanced in technology and farmers increased their production levels. The production increased so much, prices got dropped, and there was something such over there. They were not able to pay something such as all okay. Starting with R, I'm sorry, S and then R. Just one option there. Trust me, I have not doctored the options, I have not changed the options and such. Everything is from some set of SSC CGL Tier 2. This is CGL Tier 2. I won't mention the date or the time and such, but that all the questions you have discussed so far in this series have been taken from a set that has identically been asked in SSC in some year. I hope that was okay, feasible. Out of those 20, we were able to get some 17 or 18 in something such. Fine. In case that was less, we'll improve. In case that was higher, all okay. Let's shift gear. SRQP? Yes, of course. KP, something for you. Sandeep. Full form, please. Ajay. Amrita, let's go straight to the options. Answer carefully. Welcome, Uma. Weber, thanks for mentioning something better, putting what you said. If any foreign media company, say, policy is coming to India, the entry of foreign media has to be controlled by strict rules. You can't let them free and do whatever they want. There have to have there has to have some sort of what should I say, some eye. We must be vigilant, we must be careful, because that's not the Indian one or the native one, that's the foreign one. So the entry of foreign media has to be regulated, has to be controlled, has to be restricted. You were not wrong. Now, governed, of course, with the help of rules and regulations. We govern something, we control something, we regulate something in that way. Rejected, if they are coming, should not be rejected. And the whole passage is not saying anything such that has been rejected and such. Dejected is totally out of context. That's an adjective which means sad. Depressed, nothing such. And this is retain. Don't you know Thala for a reason? MS Dhoni has been retained by Chennai Super Kings. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and nobody is going to retain because they do not belong to the same team, country. That's the foreign media. That means it doesn't belong to this country. Dejected faces, the sad ones, the depressed ones, those unhappy ones and such. Okay? If some foreign policy is coming here, we'll have to control that, regulate that, restrict that, somewhat such. Just govern is okay. Nothing like rejected, hasn't been rejected. Dejected is out of context. Retain. If that had been here for a long, long time in India, and now we are thinking we should drop it, we should continue with this, we could have retained that. Objections heartily welcome. Yes. Rules are formulated to govern, not to reject. A better answer. Unnati? Unnati, a better answer. Rules are made not to reject. Ajay, thank you once again. Rules are not made to reject, to govern, to control. Yep, at least. Say at least before that. But why cripple? I mean, grapple could be here. Say that is to, if I'm not wrong, seize. No. Cripple is to cause harm. Scruple, what should I say? Hesitant, I can say in English. If I say having doubt, if I say and such, nothing such exists. Stripple. Akash, thank you. Grapple with. Yes, brother. Prayakta. No keyword such. Can I have a better keyword? Uma Prajapati. Thank you. Uma. Thank you, beta. See, everybody here. If you are coming here, welcome. Entry of any foreign media. But you are coming here in order to make the country a slave. You want to make us your slave. Now that has to be governed. Unnati, is that okay now? By strict rules and regulations, not the normal ones. Yes, Vaibhav. You are coming here to make the country a slave. That has to be governed with strict rules. And if you're willing to make us your slave, if you have any intention to make us your slave, that's the theme of the passage. That means you are grapple, seizing, fine, but seizing what? You know, to grapple the country politically, economically. Not bad actually. Not bad actually. Not bad to be honest. Scruple will not be here. Stripple doesn't exist. Cripple is also fine. If you want to make us slave, that means you want to harm us, you want to control us, then that way, politically and economically also. Cripple, doing harm to the nation, making us slave and such. Not seizing, grapple, no. Politically and economically. Let's grab the context of grapple actually. Actually, grapple is not to seize. Yeah, that's what I marked it wrong. This is to harm. Just a sec, I'm sorry. Thank you. This is to wrestle. Sorry for my mistake, but thanks. This is to wrestle. Engage in a close fight. Engage in a close fight. So they're not fighting with us, grapple with. That's why you were saying the same. Yes, wrestling and such. However, KP and company, I wasn't wrong. The second meaning of the word is quite the same. 100% from dictionary. Seize, hold of someone or something. To control, that is also. Grapple with, struggle with, hard work to deal with or overcome a difficulty. Grappling with the problem. Yes, KP, from college or office. Sorry. The third one. Any attempt at cultural blank space in order to make the country a slave will not be I wasn't wrong. Seize is also the meaning apart from wrestle. But the meaning of absenteeism is actually being absent from college, school, or the office. And they are not being absent, they are coming. So I don't think so, should be the answer. Can we have the description of the answers that we are putting? Like, this is the answer because of this. This is the answer because this is marked in the passage. That's the key word. That's the theme I grabbed, because of which I can say this is the answer. Quick. This is from the same set, CGL Tier 2. From the same set. What do you think, Webhov? No answer without justification will not be considered. I'm not the one who is say marking you and such. But in examinations, whenever you mark, you have to be so sure, like that must be the answer because this is this. Those Shikha. Amrita has the best answer. The next statement says cultural this to make the country a slave. If you want to make us the slave, if you want to make anyone your slave, this is not absenteeism. Clonism is not the clone of anything. This is the muscular, what should I say, contraction and such problems. Clonus is a problem. Suffering from clonus, we can say clonism. Muscular contraction and such. Muscles contract and such and such. So no physical problem or muscular problem has been marked over here. Dogmas says fixed principles, making them follow the norms and rules and regulations without being willingly doing this or unwillingly doing this. Nobody is going to force you to follow some norms and such, but that's imperialism. Don't you know the meaning of imperial? No, this is not imperil, which is danger, if I say. Peril, danger. This is imperial, of a king, of any ruler, to make the others under control, to bring the other area, kingdoms under one's control. Let me show you, no problem. Let me show you. Imperialism. Imperialism and colonialism. Class 10th. Class 10th. I'm sure it must be, yes, it is visible. Of course it is. A political system in which a rich and powerful country controls the other countries' colonies which are not as rich or powerful as them. Okay? So the next couple of words had the meaning. In order to make us your slave, you want to make us your slave. That means you want to bring us under your control. Got the theme now? That's why you will be governed by strict norms and such. Any intention to harm the country politically or economically will not be. And any attempt at cultural, nothing is getting absent here. No problem such here. No norms and such are forced to be following. You want to make us or bring us under control. Make the country a slave. Okay? Doubts welcome. Shikha, okay? But that was also a part of the same process, Unnati, I would say. Almost the same process. Seize once again. Webhoff. Thank you, Ajay. Yep, that was a good one. Okay, you choose your answers wisely. Abate is to make something less vulnerable, less painful, is to reduce the severity of anything. Confiscate is to exactly the same, seize and grapple, I can say here. Assimilate is to make similar in terms of policies, norms, rules, and regulations. You better know the meaning of tolerate. I won't tolerate this again. Aha, Sandeep. The subject of the sentence, or the subjects, if I say, are these: any intention will not be blank space, or any attempt will not be blank space. Now judge this. This intention will not be abated. This intention, this attempt will not be abated. Does it make sense? This intention to do this will not be confiscated, will not be controlled, will not be seized, grabbed, no, will not be made similar. But any intention to harm me or my country will not be tolerated. I won't be tolerating any such attempt of yours or intention of yours. That's what I said in English. Not everything, I'm sorry, can be defined in English. To make similar in terms, to attune also, if I'm not wrong. KB, zero tolerance policy. Sham, thank you. Yes, to understand, to, what should I say? आप हिंदी में समझ सकते हैं किसी चीज को. Not everything can be marked in English. What should I say? Let me check the dictionary. In terms of ideas and opinions and such. Understand it should be. Yes, take in and understand fully. Take in and understand fully. Yep. You are correct. So was I, but not able to express that fully. Will not be tolerated. Nahi sahenge. If the foreign media is keen on making a presence on the Indian soil, if you want to come here, no problem. But the respect of countries' unity and blank space is essential. Countries' accountability, countries' responsibility, both are exact synonyms of each other. So if the first one is correct, so is the second one. That means both are wrong. Vulnerability, no. Respect for vulnerability doesn't match. But respect for the country's unity, integrity is essential. Done. Okay. So let's head on to some questions such which we can discuss in next 5 or 7 minutes before we finish the session. Quickly, should I show these? Okay, if you wait a minute, I'm going to bring another close test. If you wait a minute, please, or not more than 2. Wait a minute, please. Back in a minute. Back in a minute. Thank you, Aditya. One-liner. I have this statement in my class notes, KP. Never in the history of India has there been such a mighty king. Don't you remember? Never in the history of India has there been such a mighty king. Shikha, can you mark a better statement, a better word? Starting tomorrow, Sakti, if I'm not wrong. 99% tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. For sure tomorrow. Shikha. KP. Never in the history of India has there been such a mighty king. We will discuss the set tomorrow. We have this in our class notes. The first one here. Everybody. Respect. Shikha. And KP, to be honest, a comma will not be there. If yes, inversion cannot be applied. When we talk about inversion, never, always, hardly, seldom, barely, scarcely, no sooner, there, where, when, we don't have a comma after them. How did you know this, Akash? Shikha, how did you know this before even the options? How did you know this? Akash, thank you. That's how reading a cloze test first helps you. Reading a cloze test first helps you. But that should be a mistake from their side. That must be a mistake from their side. Our reputation in image is defined by our actions, of course, by our decisions, we can say deeds, needs, greed, faith, if I say, breed is to produce children? No. But the passage itself, most people are blank space by their actions and deeds, and that is the answer to the first one. This is once again from the same set of 200 questions, CGL Tier 2. Answer, there in the passage. People are defined by their actions. We know Shakespeare, we know Kalidas, we know Tulsidas, we know Lord Ram, we know Krishna, Kans, either notorious if I say Ravan and such, not because of their names, because of their actions. People are famous for their actions, not for their names. Yeshi. Good morning, Annie. The session is almost over. Lankadipati, most welcome from my side. Unbelievable. This is like deja vu. Are you talking about Karthik here? Are you talking about, say, Shah Rukh Khan here? Sandeep, thank you so much for the answer. Everybody, no. Acting. Where is that acting? Are you talking about acting? Acting depends upon your surroundings, circumstances, environment, priorities and objectives. Actings, honestly, how can you be unanimous for a negative cause? But act is not acting. Shikha, act is just like philanthropist, an act of philanthropy. Act, the way you behave, the way you do something. Yes, you act in a particular manner, I agree, but acting is going to be a different part. act, you behave in a particular manner. And the way you behave in a particular manner is going to be your predisposition. The way you behave in a particular manner, the answer. One word to this phrase, act in a particular manner. That's your predisposition. You respond to something or someone in a particular manner, that's your predisposition. Acting, not that specific one. This is a vocation. You can say a hobby, which is not appropriate here. Bisection, nothing is getting divided or anything such. Your predisposition. The way you behave in a particular manner. Shyam. But that would be specific again, Shikha. Body language will be specific again. That's a wide cause. You get famous for what you do. Maybe doing anything. Our actions tend to be habit forming because in that we have a tendency to act in a particular manner. KP. Haha. Good evening, Chinmay. Hello. Yes. Yes, I can't express that in English again. Propensity, a special, can I say, liking towards something? A special liking towards something, propensity. You like something, you have the habit now because your actions tend to be habit forming. In that, we have a special tendency to act in a particular manner. If I teach, I'll be acting in that manner. If somebody sings, raps, say does anything, will be behaving in the same manner because that's a habit forming one. Inclination, very good. Very good. Inclination, propensity, that way. Immensity, not defining the intensity being immense of anything. Virtuously is an adverb, we needed a noun here. Viscosity of a liquid being thick and such, the propensity. Liking towards something. Inclination towards something. Viscous liquid. People are blank space by their deeds. People are perfect. People are born by their actions. People are killed by their actions. The tone is not negative. People are alive. They are shaped. They are changed. They become what they are and what they do. They are shaped by their actions. And the last one. Prakta, thank you. That's habit forming. So people are made by their actions. They are defined. They are identified. The environment, which to a great extent blank space your priorities and objectives. The environment questions. KP, either second or the third one should be the answer. Once again, the same answer. Shape, change, make. Pramod, that is grammatically wrong, brother. Environment being a singular subject will need an SES. Impossible. Yagesh, grammar first. Questions, nobody's questioning, but it changes, shapes, modifies your priorities. Your environment changes your priorities. Okay, thank you so much for being here. You guys are wonderful. Would love to see you. Okay, we have a couple of changes. Tomorrow we have the All India live mock here at 6 p.m. all okay here. But the very next day, Wednesday, I'll inform you about the next weeks. But on Wednesday, we will have a class on the app. You got me. Did you hear me? On Wednesday, we will have the same free class on the app, not on YouTube here. We will have this class on Wednesday, not on YouTube, but on the app for free, for sure. Okay, you got me. Thank you. Starting this session in seconds. Thanks a lot for the previous sessions, your support, your understanding, your comments, and everything. I would say this is the next one, and I hope I'm putting through my words that we'll be discussing 200 questions, top curated for CGL Tier 2. Thanks a lot for the support. Would love to say again and again. Let's go ahead. And of course, would love to say one more thing, that we have mixed sessions and free classes. Today we are here. I'm not sure, but for sure, yeah. The very next day after tomorrow, that means on Wednesday, if the class is not scheduled here, if the class is not scheduled here on YouTube, you can go to the app and check free classes by Kapil Sharma, and it shall be available there. For sure, if it is not here, it shall be there for free in the evening at 6 at the same time on Wednesday. And tomorrow, for sure, we'll be discussing the All India live mock. Let's start the session with your presence. Akash, Lokesh, Viplavi, Nitesh, Payal, Kamal, Sandeep, Ritupama, Sandhya, Himanshu, Abigail, Anshraj, and all of you here. Resuming the same stuff I was doing, we had been doing, not I alone. We have discussed parajumbles, I think, on the very first session. We have discussed error detection. We have discussed close tests. Let's talk about RCs, which creates the difference when it comes to Tier 1 and Tier 2 examinations, because we better know in Tier 1, SSC CGL, even CHSL also, we don't have RCs in the set. But I think the only thing that is there, which is not in the Tier 1, in the Tier 2 examination. So today's session and probably the next one also will emphasize RCs. All welcome from my side. Before I start, let me mention we have an offer. One can grab flat 45% off and 4 months extra validity if he subscribes to SSC Super Elite subscription, the all-in-one solution in which you grab subscription once and you get access to all the live courses, classes, mocks, PDFs, and everything available in the SSC stream. You can use the code SUPER, this is valid till tomorrow, and grab any subscription. We suggest you get SSC Super Elite, the all-in-one solution. I repeat, if you want to enroll in just one batch, then we'll be enrolling in the other one, then the next one probably. Need not go through that. Just take this one subscription and you get access to all the classes, all the courses, the upcoming ones also, and everything. Notes, mocks, typing tests, everything. Okay? Grab the offer if you're willing to. And in case in between the session, if you feel any difficulty, you can drop the comments here. Either me or my assistant will answer you shortly. Let's go through the first one. This is the first one. Patience, please. And let's maximize numbers in RCs. Patience, please. Concentration, please. The first one. It's all welcome. Saloni, Army Lovers, Jai Hind, Pramod Gunjan, Pradeep, Harar Mahadev. May Mahadev keep all of us healthy. Devendra, Vaishali, Radhe Radhe. Welcome. Done. Showing questions in seconds. But you must have a clear picture of the passage in your mind. What was marked in the initial 3-4 lines, what was marked in the next 3-4 lines, what is marked out there in the next 3-4 lines, which will help you check or eliminate the options if you feel any confusion or anything such. Ridhima, Namaskar, good evening, welcome. Let's eliminate the options step by step, easily, patiently. And I keep on saying this, that this is the segment RCs, which if we have comfortable reading skills is not at all difficult. Why? Because it doesn't need any hi-fi vocabulary. It doesn't need any depth of grammar. That's an adjective. That's an adverb. Adjectives don't modify adverbs. I'm sorry, I was not aware of this. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of this meaning of the word and such. It just needs your common sense and presence of mind and attention span so that you can eliminate the options and pick the most appropriate one. Majority is saying B. Let's eliminate. Why was WTO's 11th conference worrisome? What's wrong there? What's wrong? Denial of status quo? I think no. Inability of negotiations to reach outcome for the problems? Probably yes. Will confirm. Rift in the policies suggested by WTO on IPR? No rift, I think. Non-cooperation from India? No, 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 no. India is cooperating. Let's celebrate. Denial of status quo? No. The conclusion of this was worrisome. Why? Initially, he's marking the positive things. From Indian standpoint, there was no loss as the status quo continues in the same form. Okay, so status quo, no loss out there, so there is no denial of status quo. Non-cooperation from India, strengthening WTO is India's best interest, so India will be working towards strengthening WTO's presence in whatever you say. So that is India's interest. India is interested in strengthening relation with WTO, not opposing or not cooperating in things like that. So no and no. No rift marked out there. But yes, the next line says, in Indian standpoint, there is no loss. The right to continue program for this or that or that, that's a positive statement. But now the contrast appears. The inability of the negotiations or the negotiators to reach one outcome suggests that the efficacy, the efficiency of WTO is under question. That's something negative. So negativity is there where the inability of the negotiators to reach one outcome is there. Otherwise, status quo is all inact. Cooperation from the government, rift in policies is not marked in the passage. Done. Kamal, Ajay. Hello, KB. Attitude of the US is a threat to so what's the biggest threat to WTO's efficacy today? India. But India is working towards the interest of no, that is wrong. India being not working. India is working. Strengthening WTO is India's interest. Not at all. The first one is impossible. Loss of faith in the WTO by US, probably. Negotiators of WTO are not decision takers, fine, but that's a threat marked in the passage. Lame attitude towards global trade. I don't know, but we will take something towards here. Probably the biggest threat to WTO's efficacy today is the attitude of the US. World's largest economy appears, US, to have lost faith in the organization, WTO, and begin to undermine something such. So the threat is the attitude of US because they have started to lose faith in the organization. Losing faith of WTO by the US should be the answer. For the third time, they are talking about the same stuff. I would happily say just concentrate and you have everything written in the passage itself. Which of the following nations is keen to fortify? I think I shouldn't have shown this question, but I can't add it. All from SSC's BYQ. Which of the following? For the third time, we are going towards India working in its best interest. India working in the best interest. India is strengthening relations with WTO. So India, US has lost faith in this. Send them today. I will put it today. KB shall be available today. Viplavi. Is that marked in the passage? I don't remember. Let's go through the passage. Which of the following is the most successful segments of WTO? Is that honestly marked in the passage? Let's go through this. Dispute redressal mechanism, I don't remember. Intellectual property rights, I don't know. Review of government's trade policies, don't know. Agreement on trade in services, I don't know. Let's go through one of the most successful segments of WTO, which is going to be one of these. For sure, it will be there. That's how we can pick one question. Answer, sorry. Amrita, thanks for stating that perfectly. Yes, of course, it is there. I knew it was there. I didn't read this sentence further. And the US has begun to undermine one of its most successful segments. What is that? That's the dispute redressal mechanism. That's the dispute redressal mechanism, one of the most successful segments of WTO, and the last one, which is not true. 135 somebody got in the oliveboard live mock test. Wow. Respect, because getting 135 is not a child's play. Respect, bhai. See you tomorrow. I know I won't see you tomorrow because if I've got everything correct, sure. 11th conference was held at, let's confirm from the passage first. The conclusion of WTO's 11th conference at Buenos Aires, it is saying something such. 11th conference at Buenos Aires. 11th conference was held at Nairobi. No. So that's how, if you are asking the not one, this is going to be the answer. India's take on food security program was positive. Of course, India is working in interest or to strengthen a relation with the WTO. US is termed as world's largest economy. The world's largest economy, US, is losing faith in WTO. US is involved in directly half of the cases brought to WTO. US is involved in half of the cases. Is that marked? I'll save time and I'll show this particular one from my side. Yeah, and that's important because the US has been directly involved in nearly half of the cases brought to WTO. US has been directly involved in half of the cases brought to. So the first one is wrong, all of these correct, all correct. Let's go. Next. God bless you, Lokesh. Need not be sorry, brother. Ever. Need not be ever. Ganesh. Yep. Vivek done. Abigail and all of you. Changing slide in 10 seconds. Okay, let's change. Done. Abigail, you are stating what I had been thinking of, to be honest. I don't have time, to be honest, if I talk about myself, to do things like that. I don't have, although I wish to. But in last 5 to 7 minutes, just by going through this RC has made the the soul calm. Yes, of course, can feel the same. Okay, let's go. We have one more RC that we will discuss. The first one. According to the passage, what makes us happy? Peeping right into my soul. Wow. Somebody made us notice. So if you want to enjoy the abundance of life, engage in what enriches your soul. Yeah, the previous line also. But the more you embrace what feeds your soul, the happier you become. That's what we've been asked. When you become happy, when you enrich your soul, when you do what your soul loves. Um, when you become happy, a soulful music, not the only thing, it can be anything. An art form, no compulsion. Feeding our mind, no, feeding our soul. According to the passage, what feeds our soul? All of you remember this? That's cool. I don't remember. I'll go to the passage and I'll check where this word amateur is marked. And the meaning of the word amateur, I hope you remember, is doing things for fun, not making them profession, doing things just for fun, just to feed our soul, just to enrich our soul in that way. Let me check where this amateur or these amateurish attempts are marked. Probably here. Priya, Saloni. So when you engage in such soulful activities, nourishing your soul, embracing your soul, feeding your soul, all your thought and energy gets focused toward the goal accomplishment. And at this point, you will find that even some unknown forces of the universe are helping you in your amateurish but sincere attempts. Why they are sincere? Because you are putting them wholeheartedly. So there, who will help you? The unknown forces of the universe will help you. And as you progress, you are motivated to do better because you are getting some support by the universe that way. So according to the passage, when the amateurish attempts motivate us because unknown forces of universe assist us in them, so we get motivation. of, or even for those amateurish attempts. What about the others? Because we never knew that this part existed inside us. That may be an inference but not marked in the passage, because these attempts of ours are insincere. No, he didn't say insincere, he said the sincere attempts. He didn't say that. If they were insincere, these unknown forces will or would not be helping us because they are still clumsy, need improvement. No. Sandhya, Sandeep, what activities nutrify soul? Radhe Radhe, never be sorry. All welcome, brother. What activities can nutrify soul? Creative activities that needs your involvement, need not always, but what feeds your soul, what embraces your soul, not embarrass, I'm sorry. Clumsy, weird, awkward. Just like if I write something 3, 1, 9 from right hand, that is clean, neat and such. If I write this through left hand, this is 3, this is 1 and this is my 9. Fine, but not that appropriate and precise. Clumsy, awkward and weird, we may say. Any activity that, come on, you have to touch the soul. That's opposite impossible. Immaculate work, he said, immaculate is neat and clean and perfect. Neat, clean, and such. Okay, judge this. He said, it is immaterial whether your effort is an immaculate or a clumsy attempt. It doesn't matter if your effort is perfect, if your artwork is perfect or weird. It doesn't matter, he has said. So the fourth one can also not be the answer. Yes, of course, peaceful, cooling, calming activities, the ones which touches your soul. This is horrible. First, this. Creative pursuits appeal us because Avinash, Sharad. I don't remember where this is marked. I'll go back to the passage and confirm just by looking at the passage or going through the passage. Why do you're talking about creative pursuits appeal us? Okay, can I pick the options first? The keywords given in the options, they nutrify the souls inside each one of us, an artist craving to come out, identify the beauty of the body, and they are not simple activities. Creative pursuits appeal us. Everybody remembers the whole passage. Unbelievable. I cannot. That's impressive. Amrutha, as always, perfect. As always. They are appealing us because inside each one of us, there's an artist craving for release and awaiting an opportunity for expression. So, of course, appeal us because inside each one of us, there's an artist. Okay, let's see this first in the RC. What can you infer from Michelangelo's statement, I saw the angel in the marble carved until I set him free? His soul probably wanted to free the angel, and hence his artwork portrayed the same. He didn't think like the angel and hence wanted to away with it. Since he set him free, you can't say he wanted to away with it, do away with it. No. He wanted his artwork to look as close to real as possible. His mind felt free after setting the angel free in his artwork. I don't know. You have to infer. You can take the help of a couple of lines before that or after that. Better, Sandeep. Yes, the last line. But what about the inference? You can't do away with it. You set him free. So you can't manage without that. Vaibhav is beyond one's expectations, your memory, your attention. Yes, brother. Pragta, yes. It is not going to be one simple thing that is for all of us. You can satisfy your soul in your artwork, musician in his composition, actor in his acting, painter in his painting, teacher in his teaching, and such. It is not like your effort should be a perfect one, or it may be a clumsy attempt also. The idea, the thing is to try, is to be inspired. He was inspired, and to give free control to the mind. Try to be free control to the mind. Try to give free control, I should say, to the mind. That's how you can achieve whatever you want. For example, as he said, I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free. So he wanted to free the angel, and that's what he did in his artwork. He did it. He wanted, he did it. You have to give free control to your mind. It's not like something is going to be perfect or clumsy. Whatever happens, just try. Just try and just give free control to your mind. Let's eliminate what you want to infer because words will not be directly over there. This is impossible. He wanted his artwork to look as close to real as possible. There is nothing like reality. You just try and give free control. It may be real, it may not be real. It may be clumsy also. That was perfect. That may be clumsy also. So we cannot say it is supposed to be real as possible. No, a couple of options. His soul probably wanted to free the angel. That's why I set him free. And hence his artwork portrayed the same. What did it portray? It portrayed freeing the angel. Is better, not bad. His mind felt free after setting the angel free in his artwork. Fine. But this sentence is not defining the angel was in the marble, was carved over there. We have a better choice. He probably wanted to free the angel, and that's why he showed it in his artwork. For example, if I think of something, I want to live in a city like this and that, and I write lyrics and I show the same in my musical composition, that means I wanted this and I wrote this. For example, if I show something here in an RC, in a close test, in an error detection and such, that means I wanted to say something. That's what I'm saying through the RC, through the close test, or through the parajumble and such. So a better inference, if I say. You can ask in case you feel any difficulty or query or question. Let's have one more. Where's that? That's the next one. Okay. just as. Let's finish this also. Yes, Vaibhav, probably. Not sure he wanted, but if he wanted, he showed. That means probably he wanted. That's why he showed. We can infer, we can't be so sure like he wants this. Yep. Avinash, you are. Can you tell me uh, after the class? Pragta, with a smile, I can answer you, but not here. But yes, here would love to state all these RCs have been taken from PYQs. All these. Shouldn't be judging a book by the cover. Passive, Ganesh. I made you sign. You were made to sign. Passive. We've been made to believe because that's passive. B plus V3. Yes, to such an extent. Influenced to such an extent that Shikha, thank you. We have this so taking its pairing with that. Shikha. Done. We have a couple of more lines. Paradigm is going to be something which sets or serves as an example. The paradigm shift, the example shift, such a huge shift that should be serving as an example. Paradigm, paragon, the example shift. Perfect, Saloni. Manish, yep, this is elaborative, we can say. Be complacent. KB, I didn't get you, brother. I'm sorry, you have written so beautifully, but not able to get it. मैंने सोचा सर साइन करने आए स्क्रीन पर जैसे sorry, not getting it fully, getting it but not fully. I'm sorry. Let's finish it off. That is I actually. What can be the title of the passage? Come on, I hate this. Better Sandeep. Sandeep, better. No Vaibhav. No Vaibhav. The author is declining the conditional love. We need to have a shift from this false conditional love to the pure unconditional love. He doesn't want this false conditional love, so he can't emphasize false conditional love in the passage. No, he's also denying this. We should surrender this false I. Let go of the feeling of I and such. That's how we can, if we separate this I, so he wants to drop the role of I in love, conditions in love, selflessness is all fine. But if I say to somebody, hey, I'm telling you a passage on selflessness, will he be getting, I'm talking about love? I can be selfless with the other help, doing some charity works or something such. It's not defining the title love that the author has been saying, discussing throughout the passage. The next line says it again. True love, pure love, unconditional love can be experienced only through giving, but not by demanding. That means he's talking about true love, pure love, the unconditional love, not the condition, not putting you first or I first. Understanding true, unconditional, and pure love. I would say true, pure, and unconditional love, not the conditional one. That's the horrible one. Yep, web have. So, which is not true. Avinash, cool. Web cool. See, the author has marked what gives the feeling of denial that we all know, that we all know. Personalized love is rooted in desires and conditions. We've been brought up in a society that judges love based on conditions. That means you're talking about conditional love. We've been made to believe that we receive love only when we fit into people's expectations. If you want this and I can give that, I love you. If we are not good enough, that's a conditional condition. If is always used to put conditions. If we are not good enough, we'll be deprived of love. That means we are getting love only when we fulfill certain conditions and such conditional love. These beliefs have influenced the collective mind of families, groups, communities, societies since generations to such an extent that love has been reduced to the fear of denial. If I don't fit into someone's expectations, I won't be given love. If I'm not good enough, I won't be given love. Or if I'm not able to fulfill certain condition, I'll be either deprived of love. In the same tone, you can say, I will be denied of love and such. So what gives you the fear of denial? Conditions. That means conditional love. If you expect nothing, if you expect nothing, you get love. True love can be experienced through giving, not by demanding or expecting anything. That means without conditions. World exists because of pure love, of course. Human beings themselves, source of love. Next line says, true love is not the one that two or more individuals assert one another. That was the conditional one. Conditional love never gets the fear of denial. Conditional love gives the fear of denial because of any certain condition. When is not fulfilled, if is not fulfilled, gone. Whom to honor as the source of love? Family, community, society, yourself? I can answer this question without looking at the options. Better, better, because the previous answer which we have marked shows that these are the conditional ones. Who gives you the source of love? Who is, I think the passage has said something such. It is time for you to honor yourself as the source of love. You to honor yourself as the source of love. You have to honor yourself. Whom to honor? You as the source of love yourself. Which of these is going to be, is or are true about pure love? Pada, Shikha, Sandeep, Prayakta, Avinash, no. Since we have multiple choice options, we can, if available, if correct, pick those. World exists not because of love, because that may be conditional, because of pure love. That's what the previous line has said. World exists because of pure love. And that was true since we picked the non-true one. That means that that is true. World exists because of pure love, not the conditional love. Yeah. Pure love is experienced with the surrender of the false I. Yep, of course. Otherwise, it will be the conditional love. It is experienced by giving, not by demanding anything. The third line I highlighted. That was also correct. That means all of these are correct. What does source refers to? Unconditional. What does source refers to in the last line of the Avinash? Yes, that's why I say HMW. Haste makes waste. No problem. We can mark one of those incorrect because of the absence of mind in the examinations there. God. How? Okay, we will discuss this tomorrow. I'm putting a pause here. It's 9:03. It's 7:03, I'm sorry. Resuming this tomorrow, the only question left, which is the inference one. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. I don't know the answer. You will be shown the line, you will be shown the options, and we will discuss this. Except this, I think all the questions were perfectly marked by you or probably by me, but for sure everything was there in the RC. We need not bring anything from our own side except concentration and attention. Okay, objections heartily welcome. Finishing things off now, you can subscribe to the channel if you are new here, can connect with us on official Telegram channels, and would love to see you in the upcoming classes. Thank you so much. Inform those students who are willing to study step by emphasizing each and every single detail marked in the passage, NRC, enclosed test, and parajumpals and such. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Vaibhav, Amrita, Prayakta, Anshraj, Avinash. I will, but the time is over, brother. Muskan, perfect. You are. Anshraj, Prayakta, Pradeep, Avinash, thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night. Akash, Amrita, Himanshu, Sandhya, Aditya, English, Ajay, Sandeep, Radhika, Lavkush, Kamal, Yashwanti, Sheetal. Thank you, Manish. Thank you so much, Hadia. See you tomorrow. And do inform the others who are willing to study. Saloni, Wrinkle, Vaibhav, thanks, brother. See you pretty soon, everybody here. Sharad, thank you so much for stating today's RCs are perfect. Abigail, thank you so much, Hadia. And BMW. You can rename your name like HMW, Haste Make Wastes. Thank you, sir. Today's class is awesome. Thank you, Devendra. God bless you. Thanks a lot, everyone. Okay, see you. Thank you.